You know where you are?
This is Nollywoodpicturestv.
This is Inspector Jide from the Central Police Station. And this is Alice, the young lady who brought the case to our notice, and her mother.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm very happy meeting you two face to face because I did call this meeting. I deemed it necessary actually for us to meet today.
Oh yes, he did tell us of all the efforts you've made in resolving the matter.
Well, when I instructed that you should leave your former place of abode, you thought I was kidding. The truth of the matter is that the mafia visited that place. Now imagine what would have happened if they found you there.
What? When was that?
This morning.
Oh my God. Officer, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I am surprised that all these are happening. I never knew my husband was killed. He hid all the information from me. And I was under the impression that he died naturally.
Well, tell me every single thing you remember. Starting with how he died.
He woke up normally that day and left after eating his breakfast of pounded yam and salad soup. He ate the same breakfast every other morning. He came back around 8 p.m. I can remember that night, he smoked in the sitting room for about 10 minutes and went to bed. Meanwhile, he had quit smoking before, but he smoked again that night. I later joined him in bed and he was already asleep. I didn't touch him. He was snoring like he does all night. But I managed to sleep. I was the first to wake up in the morning. It has never occurred. It has never happened. Unlike him, he will be the first to wake up, but that day, I was the one to wake up first. I turned on the light and noticed that he was not breathing. I touched him and he was too cold. Too cold. I knew what that means, so I ran out and called the neighbors. They came in and confirmed him dead. That was it. It has never occurred to me that he was killed.
So did he struggle that night?
Not at all. He didn't struggle. The same position I met him in the night was the way he was when I woke up in the morning.
Do you know his business interests?
He never allowed me to know. He made it a law that once he entered the house, that business must not be discussed. He kept me in the dark, but he would give you whatever you want, anytime you want it.
So if he had an account, for example, you wouldn't even know?
We operated a joint account in which he deposited 5 million naira, and that was the money I'm using now for my business.
Well, I went to visit and question the doctor who signed your late husband's death certificate. Information reaching me says he died the same way your husband did.
What? Officer, are you suspecting anything?
The mafia killed them.
I am sorry, Larry. Go and tell that police officer of yours that I cannot allow such nonsense in this family. If he wants a postmortem, then he must wait for his own father to die, then he can perform such experiment on him. Do you understand me? I cannot allow my brother to be used for such laboratory experiments. Do you understand?
Bros, I don't know why you are misunderstanding this whole matter.
The police are suspecting our brother was murdered. And they want to investigate. And if you look at the whole circumstances surrounding his death, I agree with them. The police have warned that we should not bury him.
Did you hear that? Who is that police officer to tell me not to bury my brother? Who is that police officer? Do you know what the postmortem is? They want to pick up the professor and cut him into two in the name of experiments. So that what trash is that? I would never allow such happen to my brother.
But bro, if the police still insist on going on with investigations, why don't we allow them? If not, they will conclude that the late professor was murdered by members of this family. And which, of course, the press will not even investigate before calling us the murderers. Please, let us allow the police to do their work.
Arrant nonsense. The press can write whatever they want to write. I do not care. If they write rubbish today, I will debunk it the next day. You understand me? My brother died of natural cause. He slept and did not wake up just like our ancestors. What rubbish is this? How would I allow my brother, a professor, to be taken as laboratory experiment for small nurses who jump from bed to see his nakedness? It will not happen. I, the Alatisi of Agboju, would never allow such to happen. Do you understand that? If I allow such, even the ancestors will strike me dead.
Sir, you sent for me.
Zainab, sit down. So tell me, what are your findings and why has the area commander not been coming to work?
I understand he traveled, sir.
Traveled? I mean, he couldn't have traveled without a handover, without telling anybody. Are you really sure you went to his house?
Sir, I am a very serious officer. I went to his house and the guard said he traveled.
Could he have been killed by the mafia?
Sir, please, you need to slow down on the tempo and rest. The way you're going, you may break down.
Rest? When the city is on fire? Do you know what you're talking about? What are you up to?
Nothing. I was thinking maybe you'll come around tonight.
You know what? You go back to the counter, alright? And don't come back here until I tell you to. Yeah, stay there. On another note, you go with some officers to the area commander's house, okay? Comb the place, drill the guard. You may never know when you get proper information. You may leave now.
Yes, sir.
Guys, I'm thinking of taking a trip to the Caribbean.
You Caribbean.
What's that? What's funny?
What exactly are you going to do at the Caribbean?
You see, there's this girl, very lovely girl that saw me on Facebook and went crazy. And she invited me over, I'm thinking of having a moment of bliss with her at one of the best beaches in the Caribbean. I'm serious, I'm going to finish that girl.
Saka.
What?
Should I tell you the truth?
And what's the truth?
You have to be careful.
Sure will, I'll be careful.
You just have to be very careful.
What's the problem? I will be careful.
No, you see, Caribbean is not just the kind of place you just go like that.
But don't be saying when I know they Facebook.
Facebook team
But
with the
let me
talk.
get the girl come.
Boss, are you pondering what I'm pondering?
No, sir.
The area commander, he has made away with my money. Remember the money you opened for him to see?
Yes, sir.
Yes. He has escaped with it. He came with the story that the inspector wanted to see 10 million naira before he joins us. It was all lies. He just wanted to take the money and run away. Luckily, I didn't give him 10 million. He took 3 million.
What exactly do you want us to do, sir?
I want us to bring the area commander here. Yes, with my money. But in case you don't find the area commander, look for whoever has seen him and bring him here. If you can't find who has seen him, look for who has heard about the area commander, wherever he is. Bring him here. The truth is that you must bring somebody here. Am I clear? Right. You stay behind. Bye.
Mafia killed the owner of that account. Now I want you to do a rundown on that account and tell me everything you deem very important.
Please tell me exactly what you want.
I want to know when last the account was operated. Because of the 17th day of June 1987, the owner of that account paid $1.5 million into a particular account. Now, I want to know if the money was paid from that account. I want to know the account that received this payment. And I want to know if there was any transaction from that account thereafter. You see, on the 18th of June, 1987, the owner of that account died. Now I want you to give me a documentary rundown on this particular account because I want to unveil the murderers of the owner of the account.
Okay, let me check my computer. Okay, the account was a current account. It is now dormant because it has not been operated for years. The account is a dollar account and the owner is Richard Enebeli, sir. He used this account for several international transfers. As at 10th day of June, the account had credit balance of $17,420,000 US. On the 12th, he wired $10 million US to Oceanic Oils in Ivory Coast. And on the 17th, he issued a certified check of $1.5 million to Agrippa Investment Limited. And on the 29th, the account received a credit transfer of $6 million from Mark and Bush Incorporated. And on the 30th, a credit transfer of $5 million was received from Atlantic Vessels, Canada. That was the last credit. And on the first day of July 1987, a check of $10 million in favor of Bruno and Company was presented, and the manager then refused to honor the check because they were already aware that the account owner had died. You see, that manager was blown into pieces as he was coming back from the fellowship with the wife.
And was the blast investigated?
Yes. The police said the manager was a terrorist and that the bomb inside his car exploded and killed him.
And the bank believed this?
We didn't believe it. The management knew it was a farce. That was police report. What could we do?
All right then. Could you please print out this report you just gave me right now?
Alice, I want you to understand that there is a problem. But don't bother yourself, because I'm doing everything possible to solve it.
What is the problem, sir?
The board members. The entire board members are not happy with your employment. All of them. And they have instructed that I fire you.
Does that mean I'm fired?
Never. I am the general manager here, and I have the right to hire and to fire anybody that I want. I'm not going to fire you because I want you to be around here with me. I called you here because I want to find out, can we work together?
Sure, sir. We are together. I think I know why they want me fired.
Why? You know, Benson seems to know the reason, but I don't know why he's not opening up to me. What is the reason? Why do they want you out?
We can't talk here, sir. Maybe we can talk outside. Perhaps at night.
Okay, by me. But no matter what happens, I want you to understand that I want you to be around here with me.
I'm happy to be with you, sir. Thank you very much.
So we see you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, Barrister, I don't have any more time to waste. I've already discussed with the bank manager and he says the account has a credit balance of $16.5 million.
Whoa.
Yes. And the wife's name is there as the next of kin. So this is what I need you to do, sir. Start the process of a letter of administration for the wife and the daughter tomorrow.
I'll consider it done. Ha! I mean, how can a man have the kind of money we're talking about and then take his family to go and live in that cheap accommodation? Ha! Ha!
Good day, sir.
Hello, my dear.
Good day, sir. Something came up in the office.
What happened?
The general manager is under pressure from the board. They want him to fire me.
And who gave you this information?
The GM himself. Like an ordinary employee that he is, he doesn't know the history of the company. The board of trustees insist that he fires me.
Can he be trusted?
Yes.
Well, I'm not going to say anything now. But my plan is to gather all the information I need before I approach anyone with direct links to the company.
Trust me, sir. Mr. Okafor can be trusted. I want to set up a meeting so all of us can meet.
Good.
You know what I found out?
No, sir.
The AC, the area commander, is a crook and a fraudster. Apart from the 3 million naira that he took from us, you're aware of that?
Yes, sir.
He also went to Atlas Oil, went to the GM and collected 50 million naira of my money. He posed as my proxy and collected that money. He signed his death warrant and absconded.
Sir, we have searched everywhere for him. There's no trace of him and there's no information about him.
Don't worry, my dear. I will deal with that idiot.
So, sir, what exactly do you want us to do?
Just relax. Nothing for now. When the time comes, I'll tell you exactly what you do.
Okay, sir.
But for now, I want you to go to my room and check a memo. Pastor Timothy has finally reported our case, and that account number I gave him, is now frozen.
Sir, are you sure of what you're saying?
You know I don't talk anyhow. Go in and study the memo and come back and tell me whether Pastor Timothy has a right to his life.
Everybody's gone, and we are still here. I asked you to wait behind this night so that we can talk as friends, as co-managers. You are here before me. I believe you know a lot of things that I don't know. The board members suddenly, they sent me a message asking me that I have to fire my secretary. I don't understand what that means. And I want to find out from you, do you know why?
Just about time you are told the truth. You remember I once asked you if you knew anything about the girl you hired you employed as a secretary? You said you didn't. As at the time I asked that question, I didn't know anything about her.
And what do you know about her now? Because I still don't know her. I just know that I have a very wonderful secretary who is doing so well, and I like her.
She happens to be the daughter of Richard Nebolise, a man the board members of this company used Cardinal Crusade to eliminate. Now, they want you to fire her before she lays her hands on anything that will be detrimental to this company.
Are you telling me to my face, with all sense of responsibility, that we have been grooming a company that was founded on questionable foundation, a company that actually murdered her principal investor? Is that what you're telling me?
Cardinal Crusade refused any form of outright payoff for their services. They rather went into a perpetual agreement with the board members of this company to be paid on a monthly basis. And that was why I urged you to listen to them when they started this issue of increment in the money we pay them. The land upon which the headquarters of Onward Bank is built belonged to this same man. Of course, Cardinal Crusade delivered the land. And Onward Bank pays also on a monthly basis too.
I feel used. As I'm looking at you now, I am very, very angry. Very, very angry with myself. If I had this information you are giving me now, that time I came here, I wouldn't have accepted to do this work. Never. I want you to put yourself in the position of the family members of that man that was murdered. You know, he could be your brother. Have you ever thought about that?
I don't get your drift. What are you talking about?
Men can suppress justice for some time, but surely men cannot suppress justice forever. I want us to hijack this company and deliver same back to the original owners of the company. You never can tell. We may have better bargain from them than what we have now.
You honestly think that hijacking this company is possible?
Maybe I think the time is now ripe for me to refer you to that thing I have there. I believe you have seen it severally, but maybe you never pause to ponder what it means. Impossible. It is not a place to stop. It is a starting point to overcome. I want you to get one thing, Benson. It is not impossible. In fact, I don't believe in impossibility. We can hijack this company in justice and fairness and deliver same to the original owners. Then you better believe and know that it can be done.
Why are you trailing?
This hotel is surrounded by men of the Cardinal Crusade. Put the gun down and I'll tell you why I'm here.
And who told you that I was here?
That's ridiculous. You didn't really think you could run away from us. You stole our money. Now, you were going to tell me what makes you think you can play with men that control violence.
Your money, huh?
Yes!
Smart, huh? Smart, eh?
I'm sorry, but I'm not ready for your games. I want you to tell me the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
My dear, what is the matter? Why are you overworking yourself?
You said you wanted to use the empty flats down Osborne Street for guest house.
Exactly.
So, what is the position now?
The position remains the same. That place is still being reserved as guest house.
When will you stop lying? Why must you lie to your wife? Why?
Are you calling me a liar?
Don't try to manipulate me, okay? You know very well that you're lying. And you know I hate lies.
What's come over you?
You gave that flat to your girlfriend. And she is living there with her mother. Why then are you telling me that the flat is still reserved?
I will keep searching till I find the truth.
Barrister, what is the matter?
Good evening, madam. Terribly sorry to barge in on you at this ungodly hour. My wife is angry with me because I am keeping my girlfriend and her mother in a flat that we earmarked as a guest house. I tried to explain to her, but she wouldn't listen. So, madam, please, I would appreciate if you can tell her who you are and why you are here.
Please, my fellow woman, don't be angry with your husband. At least my daughter is not his girlfriend. Your husband is only our lawyer. Just our lawyer. He's just helping us to resolve the death of my husband. We have a house of our own. I have my own house. But the police said that we shouldn't stay there anymore. So your husband gave us this place in love. We will still go back to our place. Please, my dear, try to understand him.
You heard? Are you satisfied? I mean, you don't appreciate what you have until you lose it.
Madam, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. My husband explained everything to me, but I refuse to believe him.
Get up.
I'm so sorry, okay?
It's okay. You are just a woman. But please, learn how to trust your husband. Even when he is lying, and you know he is lying, don't ever tell him to his face that he is lying. It has a way it destroys marriages.
How do I meet my husband again? How do I face him?
You know how to face him. He is your husband.
Oh my God.
It's okay. Good night, okay?
I will not rest until I find the truth.
Well, sir, I am not going to go into unnecessary statements. I came here because I hate fraud. I don't associate myself with fraud, sir. Alicia promised to tell me the reason why the board had ordered me to fire her. She didn't get to speak until I cornered one of my colleagues who told me something that I am sure Alice doesn't even know. What I'm saying, sir, I came to make a specific statement. Whatever thing you think I can do to deliver the company back to the original owners, I am willing, as in extremely willing to do just that.
Good. Mr. Okafor, hearing from you now has given me some sort of confidence. I used to look at you as one of the evil men the police are trying to clamp down and destroy.
No.
I'm glad to hear you're anti-cheating and you're anti-fraud. But here's my next question. Do you have any information from your colleagues Alice doesn't know of?
Of course, that's what I said. I said it already. The land upon which the headquarters of Onward Bank stands belongs to her father. He didn't sell that land to anybody. They seized the land from him. They used the mafia to seize that land. And up to today, the bank is paying rent to the mafia on that very property. The same thing with our company. Her father was the principal investor. Now, every other month, we are paying rent to the mafia because the board actually used as a mafia to eliminate her father. They do not want her around because they know she's very, very relevant in that company.
All right. Mr. Okafor, do you have any documents that can prove to a judge in the court of law that your board hired the mafia to kill late Richard Neboli?
Well, as I sit here now, I don't have any such document. But if you can come around tomorrow, I am going to open up our storeroom. That is the archives where all the documents are kept. You take your time, you comb through. Hopefully, you may see one or two documents that will give you the opinion that you desire.
It can be good, or bad. It can bring happiness or sadness. It can solve problems and cause problems. That's money, the power of money. It can put a smile on your face.
The information at my disposal is that the area commander died at the Hotel Vadaga Limited. The truth is that he actually killed Steph. Yes. I am not here to discuss the highly compromised officer, but I'm here to tell you the information from my source.
I'm sorry, sir, but we need to understand what you mean by your source.
Inspector Jide has finally submitted his memo to the forces headquarters, and they're now ready to come and get us.
I'm sorry, boss. You are confusing the boy, sir.
You're confused? Look, an officer is arriving from Abuja today. Her name is Aisha. She's coming to partner with Inspector Jide, and their purpose is to eliminate us. She's going to arrive in Dynamic Airways at 12:05. Now, I want us to ensure that she does not reach her destination. Her destination should be this house. Abduct her and get her into this house. Do whatever you can to make sure that you bring her into this house. Am I clear?
Sir, do we have your permission to kill her at the airport if it's certain that we cannot come back with her?
No, you don't have my permission to kill her at the airport. Do whatever you can to make sure that you bring her here. Am I clear? Just in case you find that you may not be able to bring her here, gentlemen, commit suicide. If you find out that you cannot bring her here as I've instructed you, kill yourselves, don't come back. Am I clear?
Yes, boss.
Run along.
It can be good or bad. It can bring happiness or sadness. It can solve.
I don't understand you. You mean since you assumed office as a GM, you never searched the archives?
Why would I search the archives? I have never opened up the archives. Because I have this conviction that whatever record I have in the archives should not be of benefit to me because I'm a man for the future. My mission in this company is to turn things around, and that is exactly what I am doing. Nothing to do with the archives.
Well, sir, I mean, do you think the inspector can find anything in that room?
Definitely, he is a trained police officer, and I want to believe he knows what he wants. I've opened up the room for him and he's walking in there. Whatever thing he finds out, eventually we are going to know. But my primary concern is for justice to prevail. Oh, here he comes.
Inspector.
Good day, everyone.
Inspector, did you find anything?
Well, it would be a waste of time if I do spend any more here. I've seen what I need to see.
What did you see?
The agreement signed between your board of directors and the leader of the Cardinal Crusade. They even went the extra mile of also thumb printing. There's nothing more authentic.
So are you telling us that you are not going to proceed to arrest them?
Well, not yet, but very soon. I'm working out a strategy to ensuring a perfect outing. Now, this is what I need you to do. Go about your businesses as usual. Keep your lips sealed. You might never tell who tried to ruin everything.
No problem, Inspector. Thank you so much.
You think?
Make you cry, it can bring sanity.
Sir, the area commander has been arrested. He killed someone at Badaga Hotels and the police commissioner ordered his immediate arrest.
Is he still in your local cell or has he been transferred to the state command?
The police commissioner sent some men to pick him up, sir. I do believe that his arrest is a huge step towards curbing down the activities of the mafia in the city, sir.
I think I want him transferred to the force headquarters.
Then you will have to talk with the police commissioner, sir.
Leave that for me. I know what to do.
Thank you very much, sir.
I'm wondering if I could speak with Aisha on your phone. I've been calling her lines and it's not going through.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't understand what you're talking about. Who is Aisha?
Aisha is an inspector we sent to partner with you. We've received your report and we know you need an intelligent officer to assist you in your duties. She is due to have landed in your local airport. I've been calling her line and it's ringing no reply.
Sir, I am not comfortable with this information.
Why?
Sir, because I'm not aware you sent anybody, from the force headquarters, sir.
Now you know. Ask her to call me as soon as she gets there. Aisha is an intelligent officer and you'll find her a perfect tool in your hands. We are relying on you to get rid of all these criminals and get them arrested and prosecuted.
Thank you very much, sir. Why would you have to send someone here without telling me?
So what do you want from me?
They sent you to my territory and you had the guts to accept. Huh? What are your plans? Speak or get destroyed.
You just let me go and you're sure of your protection because you cannot destroy me.
You talk like somebody who has a backbone. Tell me what you know that I would like to know, or else I'll let my voice loose on you.
I'm here by the orders of AIG Abakoba of the Force Headquarters. He is a very brutal officer. So you just let me go in peace or be destroyed in pieces.
You are in my custody and you had the guts to laugh and smile. Who gave you that right?
The information at my disposal is that you're an idiot. You sound like an idiot. You behave like an idiot. And now I've confirmed that you're really an idiot.
Oh, I love this girl. Can't you see that? You are in my custody and you have the guts to insult me, to abuse me right before my face. Boy, look after her. Let me dream up an evil scheme for her.
All right, boss.
She needs to be taught a lesson.
How do you want it? Do you want it soft or real hard?
Get out! Get your filthy hands off me!
Look, what is your take, Zainab? No, seriously, what is your take? Are you not concerned that an intelligence officer sent from force headquarters is missing?
I'm very sorry, sir. But I do not understand why a female partner is sent to you.
And what kind of statement is that? AIG Agwakoba himself told me, confirmed it, that an intelligence officer was sent from force headquarters here. And here's my second question. Why would you allow a night of fling affect your sense of judgment? Why?
What I shared with you was not just a fling. I gave you myself, and I'm not ready to take it back. I'm just worried that a female partner was sent to you.
I'm sorry, Constable, but you have to leave my office now.
I will not disobey you. But take it from me. You're the best man I've ever had.
Now stop there. Come here. Now listen to me. I am going to arrest you if I fail to see the officer sent from force headquarters. Do you understand me?
Arrest me? For what?
Because you're giving me this impression that you're the brain behind her sudden disappearance. Now, if I find out you have anything to do with this, you'll be in serious trouble. Do you understand me?
What are you saying? Are you saying you do not trust me? Are you saying you want to arrest me?
All I am saying is you should pray I see her, else you're in serious trouble. Now leave my office, Constable.
Yes, sir.
I am going to destroy that inspector.
I am ready.
Good. This is her ID card. From now on, you are no more Frances the call girl. You are now Aisha Zongina, the police inspector. Now, I don't like failures, so don't fail me.
I have never failed before.
Good. Run along. Yeah.
Things are not as they seem to be. Something is hidden somewhere.
You say you're Inspector Aisha from Force Headquarters.
Yes. I'm your new partner.
You look to me like a civilian because you don't have the flair of an officer.
I am an officer. Look, we don't have any time to waste, okay? The instruction is that we go straight to confront the mafia.
You don't tell me about instructions. I do understand my instructions. Let me see your ID card.
I already showed you.
I want to have a closer look at it.
Okay. This is my ID card. Why do you doubt me?
You're not the person in this ID card.
Oh, I took that picture many years ago. You know, women change faster. You should know that.
What police college did you go?
Ikeja Police College.
When?
1990.
Name 5 lecturers at your police college.
What kind of question is that?
Who are you?
Look, you're pointing a gun at a fellow officer.
Stand up. I said stand up! Get off that! Now tell me, who you are, who sent you, and where is my real partner, Inspector Aisha from Force Headquarters?
I am your partner. Why are you embarrassing me?
Officers! Officers!
Stand up.
Take this impersonator.
Yes, sir.
And hang her upside down. Head down, legs up. Torture approved.
What?
Move!
Move!
What?
Hold it.
Wait, okay.
Are you ready to talk now?
Okay, I'll tell you. I am Frances, and I'm not a police officer.
God save us from the mafia. We even have them in the force headquarters. I'm sure their contacts in the force headquarters must have told them of Inspector Aisha missing. Now I want that impersonator manacled in a secluded cell until further notice. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Are you there? Yes, sir.
You may dismiss. God. Where could she be? Inspector Aisha. Where are you?
What happened?
I don't know how she managed to untie her hand, sir. She hit me across the face and I passed out. Only for me to wake up and realize that she's gone, sir.
How could you allow yourself to be knocked out by a woman after all the training that I gave you? What's wrong with you? What kind of human being are you? Huh? You're an idiot. Go and get taught. And comb the environment now. Comb everywhere. She can't go far with her pants and bra. Now, do that. Idiot.
Papa, look at me.
Sure? No, where did they go, sir?
Central Police Station is not far from here.
CPSK? Yes. No, madam, here I may go that place, so my pass no day complete.
Listen, I'm a police inspector. I was attacked by armed robbers. Look at me now. Just take me there. Nobody will arrest you, I promise.
Because of God, though. Yeah, the first woman again. They don't give me away for this my life.
Just like the sun gradually rises in the morning and shines so bright throughout the day, so will the truth gradually be unveiled.
I want you to understand I don't have time. My partner who was sent from the force headquarters in Abuja has been kidnapped. Now, we are currently making arrangements to making sure that the ownership of the company gets transferred to Mrs. Richards and her daughter. This is what I want you to do. Call an emergency meeting of all the board of directors, including the leader of the mafia. Give them a cogent reason why they should meet at your office at the same time. When they're complete, page me.
That will not be a problem at all. I can even gather them in 1 hour. You know, all they need to hear is that there is a windfall to be shared, and all of them will gather to share the said windfall. So I'll do as you said. Okay.
All the things done in the secret will someday come out in the open for all to see. I will keep searching. I will not rest until I find the truth. I will keep searching till I find the truth. I will keep searching.
Inspector Aisha, I'm sorry for the ordeal you went through. I have to say it's very unfortunate. As we speak, the criminal who was sent to impersonate you is wallowing in cell 4. The leader of the mafia will soon be arrested with his fellow criminals. There's a strategy in place.
Okay, fine. I need to hear the strategy because I cannot wait to lay my hands on this idiot that made me jump down through a very high to the street with pants and bra. Can you imagine that?
Like I said, it's very unfortunate. Take it easy. Alright? You will definitely lay your hands on him. I'll brief you on the strategy. Let's go to the canteen and eat. Okay? You understand that the success of the police is based on planning and information. So, please, if we may go and eat. On me, please.
Be unveiled, be unveiled.
On behalf of staff and management of this company, I wish to welcome our distinguished board members to this emergency meeting.
Mr. Manager, are you telling me that you are the one who is going to address us in this meeting? Huh? You are not qualified to talk to me.
I'm sorry, Sir Bruno, but I think the time has come for someone to educate you on justice and fairness.
Oh, shut up! What the hell do you know about justice and fairness to educate me about it? Shut up.
I'm sorry, Sir Bruno, but we know a whole lot on justice and fairness. We have come to realize that you do not understand anything about justice and fairness. And we have organized this meeting simply to inform you that men can suppress justice sometime, but they cannot surely suppress justice forever.
You would have been an ordinary thief if I leveled this place into rubble. You picked up and buried it.
Gentlemen, you're all under arrest for the murders of Richard Nebulisa and Professor Leon, and also attempting to hijack another man's company, actually hijacking his company. Now I advise you keep silent, else anything you say right here and now could be used against you as evidence in the court of law.
You won't arrest me. You know who the hell I am. Do you?
Boys,
who do you think I am?
Move them.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mark! Move! I will move Oga, move now! None of them. Oga, stand down and sit down!
Move and shut the fuck up.
Mr. Man, stand up and move. Move right there. Please move.
Now you know who has the ultimate power.
I have the ultimate power. This is my city. And I'm bound to power. Shoot me! Shut up! Shoot it for me. Move now! Hey! Move! Don't! I can't move!
It's all yours. Shut up, shut up. Let's go.
The judiciary has always been and still is the last hope of the common man. All the necessary documents have been secured. And A&D, by the order of a competent judge, is now your company. It was a rigorous and thorough process. But I am delighted. I am very, very happy to tell you that we are at the end of the tunnel.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of my chambers, I'd like to congratulate you and welcome you into the world of bliss that your husband, your father, labored to give you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Barrister. I'm so happy.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so happy to thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You are most welcome.
My curiosity.